Okay, hey everybody. Just say if you can hear me okay. I got the recording going already, so we're on top of things today. We'll put this in the strategy sessions section. This is Retechulous Basics, Tuesday at 3 o'clock. So usually what we do here is we just go through some basics of using Retechulous, our core method, and then on Wednesdays we do something a little more wild card. Can everybody hear me? Can... Yes, thanks, Mike. All right. Guys, go ahead. If you have any questions, you can always ask them in the chat box. Um, but I'll just run through some basic stuff here about our system. I do the same thing almost every week, so it's kind of a refresher for a lot of you, but I guess you wouldn't be here unless you wanted to hear this stuff, so great. Welcome. All right, so let's start out first with talking about one of the first things we start with when we build out a lead generation funnel, and that's what we're doing here at Retechulous. We like to start with a compelling hook, and usually the hook that people are opting in for is a property list, our foreclosure list, or maybe they're trying to find out the value of their home with our seller funnel. We like niche-focused property searches, but there are other ways to do this, and what I was just working on was a page that you'll all be able to use in the next few days. 3 strategies for buying a home with little or zero money down. And the reason I'm kind of starting here is because I think we overlook this a lot of times when building lead generation funnels. We overlook the fact that the thing that you're offering needs to be sexy. It needs to be compelling and interesting. So I'm trying to, in this case, you can see the work in progress, come up with an offer that I think will appeal to a lot of people and get the opt-in, a high percentage of the time. So we know that anybody renting might be thinking about buying a house, and a lot of people renting, a lot of people in general, just by the nature of things, who are young or renting, might not have any money and might be interested in a low money down offer. So here's what we're working on here. 3 strategies for buying a home with little zero money down, and I'm trying to make this pretty good info, giving them a few links to some common programs, giving them an idea, the lease, purchase, rent to own, with a little bit of a roadmap. A couple of tips for how to get this done, a little script they can use with homeowners, and then how to buy a property. It's a little bit outside of the box. Buy a multifamily property with a dad, an uncle, a friend, or a relative, or just get a friend, buy you 2-unit property, and then they'll get cheaper. They'll have less down payment and closing cost money to pay. And what we'll be doing here, in case you guys are wondering, I'll be building this so that you can just send traffic to this as a thank you page, and then we'll have embedded calls to action, like just email, click here to get more info about each of these 3 ideas, and they'll directly email you for details, okay? And the plan here is to kind of put a second survey in front of this, 2 couple surveys, so you already have a good lead by the time they get here, and then the really hot leads will be reading this report and emailing you. Point for the Retechulous Basic sessions that we need something compelling. Here is your something compelling, an example of one, and then once we have that, we can go through the process and start the 3 phases of the Retechulous method. Phase 1 being build a capture trap around the thing you're offering. Now, I don't think we've built a page for this yet. I think I did one for somebody using Lead Barrel of this nature. So I can walk you guys through now how to build out a squeeze page, which is phase 1 for this offer, and then the driving the traffic, and then the following up. Does this work for everybody? Are you cool with watching me do this today as sort of our basic walkthrough? Before I do that, I'll just mention, in case you're totally new, you do want to be plugged into these strategy sessions. You're here, obviously. You can get all the recordings here. We have a private Facebook group for this stuff, and that you should have access to your Lead Barrel account, which is the CRM that I'm about to log into. It creates squeeze pages and does follow-ups there. So nobody's saying anything, so I'm just going to keep on going. All right, so phase 1 is to build out a capture trap. In a lot of cases, you guys can just go grab one of these templates here. A lot of our new members might be getting Jeff to set them up a foreclosure list page or a seller page. But you can grab one here at any time. In this case, I'm going to go build a new one. Right, we're making a new one for this offer. So I built my offer first, and now I'm going to log into Lead Barrel and create a capture page. All right. And I'll just say, I think that I think it's fair to expect everybody to be able to create something like this. If you're really an expert, you have something to offer to people, there should be something related to your market or to what you're doing that's really unique. You should be able to come up with 3 ideas, or something that's really out there. We try to build stuff for you to reuse, but really go ahead and think about, instead of using the generic stuff we provide, what you can do that was even more drilled down and interesting. Are you an expert on 1031 exchanges? Are you really good at refinances? Are you really good at getting people money for fixer-uppers? Working with investors? Try to come up with something and create something compelling. You're going to have much more success. All right, Lead Barrel, we are now logged in. I'm going to go to my Capture Pages page and click Create and Manage Capture Pages. All right, we have some of our templates in here. I'm going to click Create Landing Page. And one of the easiest things to do once you've already created your thing is to just copy the headline of the thing you're offering. And that may need to be tweaked over time, but that's what we'll do. So 3, we're going to do no money down strategies. Save it. Page background. We have a few real estate friendly backgrounds already in here. You can upload any one you want, any image you want. We have a couple. I have a kitchen and a living room in here that I keep going back to. They seem to convert well. The living room one does really good as a background. Just a nice little image of a fancy looking living room. And then let's do our container. I'm going to make my background white. I know this can be like watching paint dry, but this is the basics. We're going to demo everything today. Headline color, black. And you guys are going to be able to, if you're interested in this particular funnel, in the next few days I'll give you the share codes. And, I'd like to just get it working first. We'll spend some money on ads and see first if we can get it working. 3 strategies for buying a home, and we might do a Philadelphia area, right? If we really want to pearl the page and have it fit for somebody's situation, get higher conversions, we'll try to sneak something in that really fits for them, right? 3. I'd like to do like something punchy, 3 solid strategies, but I'm going to leave it. 3 strategies for buying a Philadelphia home with 0 money down. And then we've got our email box. I'm going to go back. I'm going to go to my email box. Enter best email. Best email. And then a lot of times in our submit button, we like to kind of echo. So with our property list, we do see the list now. See the strategies. What's that? Do it like that. Make my font size bigger. See the strategies. Okay, and then in our footer, I really like to have a like button for social proof, so you can put your Facebook fan page button in there. I do this every week, I know, but it's so critical to building a page that converts. I really believe it. It just gives it that little extra piece of proof. So I'm going to Google Facebook like button. I'm going to use the little tool Facebook gives us, and I'm going to just use one of our fan pages here, facebook.com/real estate deal depot. Show friends faces. There we go. Get code. Copy it, and then I can paste this in here. And see how down below now I have my like button that shows that 1,900 people liked it. Okay, I trust this page a little more. See the strategies. The blue is an okay color, but let's go with, this is my favorite color, 004181. I love using this for submit buttons lately. It just looks sharp too on this background. See the strategies. 0 money down. Guys, I can do a lot of HTML. I can never remember this one. I have it saved. I like to highlight my text color. And maybe eventually this will be built in the lead barrel, but I'm going to really highlight the 0 money down stuff like this. Oop. Yeah. What's everybody thinking? Give me some positive feedback. Are you all sleeping? You awake? Good looking page? I think it looks okay. All right. Now, eventually, what I'm going to want to do is I'm going to want to tie this whole funnel to a second step survey. And luckily, we have a few that work really well, that are kind of already built. So what I can do is I can go find one of my second step survey. Let's see if this one's the one I'm referring to or not. No. I'm going to use this as my starting point, and I'm going to change it, but I want to attach this page to a second step survey. So let's do that. I'm going to go and do financing check all. Okay, so in lead barrel, what I'll do is I'll actually go, now that I have my first page, no money down strategies, I want to actually go to the Vine and copy this page over too. Instead of recreating the whole thing, I'm just going to copy this in to my account here. Okay, here it is, financing to check all that apply. I'll rename this, just a little tip, I'll rename this to be no money down strategies. The same as the first page, step 2, so that it kind of shows up in my list right under it. Pretty good, right? Really. There we go. Continue. I could change the background if I want to keep it consistent, you know, with the living room, so that it kind of looks the same going from one page to the other. All right. And you see how quick that was to just copy an existing survey if you have one. I'm just going to check here just to point out something, guys. You can actually have some cash. So my cash situation, I could create a tag, has cash. Right? They might be a hotter lead for later. Credit, good credit. Credit situation, good credit. Each of these check boxes can have a tag. That's the point I'm trying to make here by showing you this. Good rental history. Okay. And then free phone consultation. I actually can't. I can check that off once phone call too. You know, once phone call. You could just say really hot lead, right? If they're checking that off, and just have a list of really hot leads. Okay, my footer. I'll just remove it this time. I won't go through the trouble to put the like box in. I'm getting lazy. Real quick, check all that apply for my headline. Real quick, please check all that apply. Alright. Save it. Okay, now I have a first page. I have 2 pages here, right? I built my first step and my second step. Finally, I just want to tie them together and link them to the thing that's going to be delivered. So it's really easy to do. I don't need to do anything on the first page. On the second one, I'm just going to say, hey, my referring page is the first no money down strategies page. Is the first no money down strategies page. So anytime somebody logs into that, send them here, and then the redirect URL is going to be, well, I'm making a URL here to redirect people to, so it'll be this. Now I'm going to generate this URL for you guys in a way, you know, if you're going to use this funnel, that you can kind of put your email on the end of it, and it'll generate, you know, if they go further in the process, it'll automatically email you, but that'll be in the instructions. And I just click save. Okay, let's just test it out. We always want to test it out. I can go get my link for my first page. This is the link I'm going to be sending traffic to. Pretty awesome.info. I can grab any of those links. Remember, all of them go to the same place. And let's just make sure this is working okay. Boom. Boom. Very good. And they get here. I've got a nice little lead capture trap set up. It'll tag some people in my system. based on how I reply, it'll take them here to help build trust. I'll have some embedded stuff in here that gets the lead moving down, emailing me for specific details about multifamily properties or about these loans. Maybe they'll be emailing my lender if I want to have the lender get all these leads. Whatever you want to do. Next step in the method, now that we have this, I'm going to just copy it up here. I don't want to forget, I'm copied in the tab all the way right up here, so I'm going to need it in a minute. We're going to want to run some traffic, right? And right now, Facebook, right? We're loving Facebook. I do have some other sources coming. I was talking to a guy who can deliver media traffic, like can basically get you ads on a bunch of different sites, banner impressions. Not cheap at all, but if you're a big player, I should have details about that. You can actually private message me if you're interested at all. We're talking like if you have a budget of $1,000 or more a month to just really saturate your area with banner ads, for your squeeze pages. I do have a pretty good source for that. A great conversation. Anyway, right now the driving traffic methods that are working best and are most efficient, of course, are Facebook ads. So in phase 2 of the method on Retechulous.com, you can get instructions about how to run a Facebook ad. I'm going to show you how to do it right now. So let's go to Facebook.com/ads. I'm going to go straight to the Manage page. Okay, I will go into my account. And create an ad. And then the objective that we like to use, just because it's so quick and it just works, is send people directly to your website. And I'm going to grab my link to my capture page right here. Like this, and paste it in. And let it take a minute to think. Usually it's faster, but Facebook's platform can be a little buggy, but just give it a minute here to think about whether or not it wants to do this. Mike, can you still hear me? Great, thanks. I thought maybe my internet dropped or something. It was just Facebook being slow. It popped up here in a second. Here we go. And then I'll just name my campaign. No money down. Funnel test. Okay. And then I'm going to pick my audience. I made this page for Philadelphia. So let's do Philadelphia. You could pick unique zip codes. I'm going to target Philadelphians. I can go right in Philadelphia. And what I'm going to do, which is really cool, is that I can actually pick under demographics. I can pick home ownership, and pick renters. Pretty fun stuff. So I know I'm actually hitting renters. And let's just say I only want this message to be shown to people who probably are thinking about buying their first home. Meaning if somebody's renting it like 35, 40, maybe they're not really, maybe they decide at that point they're probably not going to buy a house or whatever. So it will show this to people 22 to 30. You make whatever assumptions you want, or do any kind of targeting you want. I'll set my budget to 10 per day on this offer. I'm pretty happy with all that. I leave all the other stuff exactly as is in Facebook. Get the most red play clicks, the most price. I just let it. Oh, this is actually. Yeah, I just leave it as is. Let them optimize. It always looks different every time I go in. Now, what we do want is a good, compelling image, and I'm probably going to make one for this example. You guys want to watch me do that. You know, a lot of times you can use a property or you can use a street view or something, but I want to do something fun here that's highly likely to get clicks at a cheap number. So I'm going to actually do surprised. Shocked. I want to see somebody who's like shocked or happy. Here we go. Something emotional. This guy I'll do for now. And I don't know if this is even best, but we'll see. I'm putting it into Pages here. I use Pages on a Mac to make my images, and I'll just do. I kind of got them looking at my box here, right? So a little trick. Let's see. No money down. I'll go red. Red's a good color to use in Facebook. It sticks out. Keep my size small. Center it. Use a funky font. Now I'm intentionally keeping, you got to keep your text under 20% of the ad image. So I'm intentionally keeping it there. And then the ratio is usually 2 times the height to 1 times the width. So 2 by 1. So I need this to be like 600 by 300 right here. Maybe not the best image, but it's got, these are working really good for me right now. In fact, you guys have probably seen some of these ads. It's probably usually me running them because we're targeting a lot of real estate agents. So you may see this on Facebook in different ways, and just know that you keep seeing them because it's really working well. So no money down. You might do, you know, Philadelphia foreclosures, you know, question mark. So I'm going to use this image. I'll upload it for use with my ad, like so. Yeah, John's asking for an image of Facebook videos. Images. How about by this time tomorrow for tomorrow's sessions, I'll pull that together. It's really an easy thing for me to do that I keep saying I'll do and just haven't done. So thank you, John. Mike, can you put a note and bug me tomorrow or open a support ticket or something? I keep forgetting to do that for everybody. Jeff's asked me, but definitely that's a great request. So here's my no money down image. Facebook page. I'm going to tie this to, it needs to be my, you know, you're going to need a Facebook page, right, guys, before you do this. And for instructions on how to make a Facebook page, if you don't have one, see the ClickFunnels niche-focused fan pages on Retechulous.com. That gives you a good guide for building a page that's kind of generally branded and won't repel people. You do not want Ryan Hartman is an awesome real estate agent for the title of your fan page because nobody will opt in there. So let me find a page related to Philadelphia. I'm sure I have one here. Here's one I've built at some point. Philadelphia real estate deals. You know what? That might be it's not my page. I'll use Real Estate Deal Depot. I think the other one was my page, but I don't want to be advertising for another agent who gets upset with me. So, Real Estate Deal Depot. Okay. Okay, now my headline. No money down houses. Yeah. No money down in Philly? Question mark? That might work. I'll go now. We like to look at our landing page itself and try to see that it matches the. We want the message to match the landing page as closely as possible in most cases. Unless you really know what you're doing with copy, the safest thing you can do is to try to incorporate your headline in the ad. So I'm just going to see it and hope it fits. Yep. 3 strategies for buying a. Right. Learn more. Okay, and then you can go advance and do a little bit on the news feed. Oh my goodness. I got rid of my preview, which is really upsetting. But 3 strategies for buying. I'll just leave this as is. It could just be instant free now download. These 3 ideas might have you owning your own home sooner than you planned. I like to put some kind of like what's in it for you, like what's it going to do, once you click, what's going to happen. Instant free these 3 ideas might have you, so they can start to imagine and they click. And then we'll go ahead, I think, and review everything. I think it all looks good. Philadelphia, $10, running it to renters, got a pretty good image going there. It's less than, the text is less than 20%. It's emotional. Dude's like kind of emotional here. It's got a big headline. No money down in Philly. What? Real estate deal. Everything looks tight, I think. So I'm going to click place order. And then hopefully by tomorrow, guys, I'll be able to let you know how this all went. When I send the replay of today's session, I'll let you know how it goes. But that's phase 2. We've got 2 steps in the Retechulous method done. We've got built a capture trap, and we've set up a traffic source. Okay. Mike, I just need you to remind me to do the Facebook ad images, like open a ticket or just say something to me tomorrow morning or when we're talking or something. I'll make a quick library of these different images, try to pull them all together. Okay. So phase 3, right? We've got traffic going to our page. People are going to start opting in. We're going to start to know. Phase 3 now is going to be to incubate with content. And that basically means, well, follow-up by email. That'd probably be a better way to say that. So let's go back into Lead Barrel. And in terms of building out a drip campaign, one of the most common requests we get is for a canned drip sequence that lasts forever. And really, in real estate, I think we're better served by, we can make it canned and we can do recurring emails, but we're better served by just sending periodic property info. So in this case, it might be, here's a list of multifamilies or whatever. But really, what we want to do is we want to sift out the hot leads with an initial drip, and then from time to time send out info manually. So I'm just going to build a quick conversational autoresponder drip campaign, 1 email for this niche to get things started. It's going to be no money down is the name of the drip, so I know what it's called. And I'm going to say, free the no money down ideas. Okay, and I'm just going to say, hi, thanks for checking out the no money down strategies. Are you thinking of buying a property pretty soon? Ryan. That's it. And then I can have my signature, my company, or whatever. This is a conversational autoresponder designed to get, even if it's 1 in 10 or 1 in 20 people, talking to me. Right, so I save the drip. Sometimes they'll say, oh, I downloaded it, but I didn't get it. That's a fine response, too. Dirty trick. No, I won't say this. All right, dirty trick is to not give people the thing and then have an email that goes right out and says, did you get it okay? Then they're probably more likely to talk to you then. You can just say, oh, sorry. But you didn't hear that from me. That's dirty. Who would do such a thing? All right, I have my no money down drip created. I'm going to go back to my landing page. And what you want to do is, I think in Lead Barrel, as long as you tie it to the first page in your sequence, you're good. But you just want to tie the drip campaign to whatever page has an email address linked to it. That's the safest rule of thumb. And in this case, it's the first page is where we're getting the email. So I can just go here, and I'm going to tie no money down here. And now people will at least get an email. Now, use common sense. What you can do here is, if you want to build out a drip and not have to send blast emails, you can say, okay, what kind of properties would these people be interested in? And what you can do is you can just send a link every week that says, hey, here's some great Philadelphia deals, right? And send them a link to foreclosures or price reduction, something in your IDX, and keep sending that email over and over again. And getting this done, this was almost appropriate in every case. You can just send a list of deals and it'll be better than sending nothing. Getting this done is pretty easy. I'll go back to my drip campaign. You see I have my day 0 email. And I'll just say add new, Philadelphia hot property deals. Hi, here's a list. Here's a few Philadelphia properties that I think might be great for a first-time buyer. Okay? So we know their situation, they're first-time buyers. Hot properties for first-time buyers. Okay? Link to properties. Ryan. Send day 7. Okay? You guys are going to like this. Now watch what I do. Duplicate. Okay, I'll get rid of this 2 thing. 14. Save email. Duplicate. 21. Oh, delete that. Day 21. Save email. And you can see how just doing this, and all these instructions are in the method, can build you an automated sequence that at least gets people looking at properties, seeing your name every week. You build top of mind status, and then on day 90 or so, you send an email that says, hey, are you still interested in buying a house? Should I take you off the list? Something of that nature to get them more people replying. All right. So that's that. Now, obviously, I didn't put a link in there to properties. You're going to want to make sure you're linking to actual hot deals. What you can do is you can create one page on, if you have a WordPress site or a website, you can create a one-pager that just says deals of the week, and then just every week go in and add some deals, you know, your favorite deals, or you can link to an IDX, do whatever you need to do. But that's it. That's phase 3, incubating with content. And now what you've got is a whole lead generation funnel that on autopilot is getting you into conversations with people about real estate. You can follow up on the hottest leads, the ones who fill out the survey, they say they want a phone call. But by building out the drip campaign, and the way I just did it, you ensure that a higher percentage of people will be reaching out to you when they become ready, right? We got to remember that not everybody who opts into this is ready right now. They may be early on in their itch cycle, but you're at least generating leads and building up a database of people. And if you play the numbers, you get this to 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, you'll have a never-ending, you know, you'll be incubating a lot of people, and at any given time, every week, a few people will be reaching out, asking you to show them homes. And that's it, guys, the Retechulous method. A quick demo using a new funnel we wanted to test out. So I'll let you know tomorrow how this actually goes for this specific example, and if it's a winner, as I think it might be, we'll include the templates in the members area for you to use. Any questions? Did I go too fast? Probably. Drink lots of coffee. Does anybody have any pages or any troubles right now, or anything you need help with? Or is that all just as usual? I think everything's just peachy keen because Mike's handling everything before it gets to me. You guys are all dealing with him. All right. All right, guys. Well, looks exciting. Just started today and waiting for my lead barrel login. We can help you out with that, Glenn. Mike, take a quick look. Glenn Williams, Glynn. Can you just take a look and send Glenn, make sure he's in, he or she, I'm sorry if it's she, Glenn, is hooked up for lead barrel. Your username and password is going to be the same as your Retechulous, assuming it's all ready, Glenn, okay? So you just need to go to the lead barrel page, and there's a link, retechulous.leadbarrel.com, and you'll be able to get yourself right in there. And if you just signed up, Jeff is probably going to be sending you our foreclosure funnel. He'll just set that up for you, so you're good to go, and all you need to do is run the Facebook ad. Can I show you how to do a Facebook seller ad? I'm not going to do it right now, only because I want to keep this basic, Randy, but we just did, if you look at February 26th, that's a whole demo building Karen's funnel down here, and the ad that I ran there did very, very well. Still, I wonder if we've unpaused it. I had it paused and then unpaused. I wanted to test something else on it. Let me see. I'll show you the ad. How about that? We'll show you the ad right now. It's paused right now. Let me see. Start date. Here's the one we did. This ad got us 27 cents a click. Those pages usually convert at the end of the day somewhere around, between getting the address and the email address, somewhere around 25%. So she got like 28 leads for, it was 20 or 29 leads for, and this is more, it was like $1.50 per, I think. But here's the ad right here. Okay, so everything I just did, I used a street view in this case, and we walked through that step by step on the 26th. Sorry, Linda, if it went fast. Yeah, it's a fine line. I know everybody's at a different level, but if I go too slow, people say I go too slow. So, all right. Is there a way to transfer our drips from Reltiva to lead barrel? Not right now, except for manually. Just send us in a support ticket. I'll try to see if Bill can do that for you. I'm not sure what's involved there. Yep, Mike says, Glenn, you're all set. You can log in. So retechulous.leadbarrel.com and your lead barrel stuff should get you in. Thanks, says Randy. Okay, guys, well, thanks for being here on this basics Retechulous session. What's everybody think? Are we okay doing these basics? We've added them about a month ago. I think they've been pretty cool. Nice refresher. And then we get into the advanced stuff on Wednesday. The session with Paul was pretty cool last Wednesday. I know it wasn't the sexiest thing that everybody's totally into, but I think there's some really good points there about, about using some reputation marketing, in your arsenal, and it's taking a little time to do that. Because even if it's one deal a year that it generates, it's big. It's highly leveraged activity. You get big returns. So check that out, the last strategy session, and then we'll see everybody tomorrow at 3 o'clock for the regular session. Thanks for being here. See you later.